Thursday morning, I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. Looks like a beautiful forecast out there as we head towards the weekend and into early next week. Lots of sunshine, and we'll see temperatures starting to warm up a little bit. We'll be in the lower to middle 60s today and some 70s as we head towards the weekend into early next week. Really, it's a very quiet weather pattern that's set up across the area, so this weather impact stream will last about 10 minutes as we go through everything for today and going through the next 7 days. Like I said, it looks pretty quiet out there. As we take a look at the rest of the day forecast, we're looking at temperatures into the lower 60s for today, 63, maybe 64, with sunny skies, back into the upper 50s by 6 o'clock. And then as we head towards 10 o'clock, we'll see temperatures dipping down into the 40s. We have north winds out there this afternoon, but they change out of the south for later on tonight, so that should keep us in the 40s for tonight. We're not expecting to see those cold temperatures like we did this morning. Tomorrow morning we'll be into the 40s and not the 30s tomorrow morning. Allergy report looks a little bit better than yesterday. We don't have anything as far as weed and grass. They were up a little bit yesterday, and trees on the heavy side right now, and mold has dropped back down to the low side of things. So allergy report not looking too bad out there. As we take a look outside, lots of blue skies, not only southeast Texas, but across the whole region, southwest Louisiana, all the way towards parts of central Texas, seeing some sunshine. As we look down towards Port Arthur, you can see the big ships going down the intercoastal there, so that's pretty cool. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, and looking pretty nice down there towards Port Arthur. Just a little bit on the cool side. Temperatures right now are generally into the lower 50s. As we look over towards the Horseman's Western Store in Orange, our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network currently showing 54. Look at that drier air, humidity at 50%, and that will drop even more as we head towards the afternoon, thanks to those northwesterly winds, showing about 3 to 4 miles an hour right now over in Orange. Typically, they'll be between about 5 and 10 as we go through the afternoon. A check of I-10 looks like it's going along pretty smoothly, so if you have travel plans, say later on this morning, or let's just say later on this morning, it's only about 30 minutes left of the morning, but as we go into the early afternoon, hopefully that'll stay that way and you can get over towards Louisiana, or maybe come over into Texas here from Louisiana, and looks like pretty good there. As we look at from our 12 News studio, we look down on I-10 heading northward, and you can see traffic looks pretty smooth here along I-10 as well. So heading towards lunch today, hopefully won't have any traffic problems there. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And gosh, I just love to see the blue skies out there, lots of sunshine. Wish it was a little warmer, and we're going to see that change as we head towards tomorrow even, as we'll expect to see highs back into the 70s. So that's looking good. Our average high this time of year right around 64, 65. So we'll be closer to that number today, and then tomorrow through the next several days we'll start to see those 70s come into play with some cool mornings. Take you up to Jasper on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, and also sunny skies. This camera brought to you by Provalis, as we see a few cars out there on the roads in hill country, up into the Piney Woods, up into the lakes area. Temperatures right now into the 50s, from 52 in Jasper to about 54 in Silsbee, also Woodville. We're showing 56 in Kirbyville. That's actually one of the warmer temperatures. 53 in Beaumont, 52 in Orange, and 53 in Port Arthur. DeQuincy and Lake Charles around 51. Huntsville's in the middle 50s at 55, as well as Conroe, and then 56 at the International Airport there in Houston. As we take a look on satellite and radar, not much going on. There are some clouds here and there across parts of, say, Arkansas over towards Mexico, but not a lot of cloud cover in the state of Texas for this morning and going through this afternoon. You can see high pressure almost right overhead, and that's going to keep our weather pattern quiet through the weekend into early next week. So looking good out there for any outdoor activities you have. I know a lot of folks who are going to be doing maybe a little bit of celebrating in Mardi Gras. I know they have celebrations going on over there in Orange, so looking good for that. In the evenings, we might get a little bit cool. We're talking about some temperatures back into the lower 60s and upper 50s, so it might be some jacket weather, but other than that, the afternoons look great. Like I said, looking for those 70s to come into play. Across the rest of the country, not much going on. Pretty quiet. Had some winter weather advisories overnight into parts of the Carolinas. Those have been dropped. Still looks like a little bit of lake effect snow up towards parts of Michigan, maybe northern parts of Indiana, but besides that, pretty quiet. Intermountain West, very quiet. Looks like a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of moisture coming into Southern California, Southern Arizona for this morning, but the Pacific Northwest is quiet. The West Coast looks pretty quiet. Not much going on. You can see across the state of Texas all the way over into the southeastern U.S. Not too much going on. We had some rain this morning in the state of Florida down towards Miami. Looks like it's still getting some rain for this morning. But overall, not much going on across the country. Our futurecast takes us from the lower 50s up into the lower 60s as we head towards this afternoon. I think we'll be a little warmer than this. A lot of areas will be around 62, maybe 63, maybe right at 60 up towards the lakes area for this afternoon. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we drop back into the 50s for the start of the evening, and then eventually we'll fall back into the 40s by 10 o'clock. And with those winds changing out of the south overnight, we'll stay right there to the lower 40s. So I don't think we'll drop into those 30s this morning unless you're right up there, maybe the south end of maybe Lake Sam Rayburn or Toledo Bend. Overall, it's just going to be a chilly start as we head into your Friday morning. As we take a look at Friday afternoon, we'll see temperatures warm up and we'll be up into the 70s for tomorrow. Once again, Futurecast exaggerating the temperatures maybe a little bit. 76 sounds great, but I don't know if we'll get there tomorrow. We'll probably be closer to about 72, 73 as we head towards your Friday afternoon, but we'll take that over anything in the 40s like we saw over the last couple of weeks. All right, let's take a look at our forecast along the coast today. Just a light chop on the inland lakes and bays. There's no advisories out there with a northwesterly wind, about 10 to 15 knots, seas from 1 to 2 feet. Next high tides 5:46 for this evening, and our sunsets at about 5:57 for this evening. So those days are getting a little bit longer. You can see our sunrise coming in a little bit earlier at 7:03. Right now at Texas Point, northwesterly winds at 6 miles an hour, gusting to 9, and water temperatures there in the upper 50s out in the Gulf. So forecast for today, blue skies, so that sunshine like I've been talking about, northwesterly winds at 5 to 10, and temperatures there into the lower 60s from around 61, 62 up towards, say, north end of Jasper, Newton County to 62, 63, maybe even 64 around the I-10 corridor and just a little bit south of there. For tonight, it gets chilly. Once again, we'll see those clear skies, and we'll see that south wind change, winds change to the south, 5 to 10, and that should keep us right above the 40-degree mark, maybe getting down, like I said, maybe towards the lakes area. We could see a couple of 38s or 39s, but generally it looks like 40s for tonight. Still chilly enough you'll need the jacket or the coat out there for your Friday morning. Afternoon high about 73 on Friday, and we'll level out around 72, 73 through the weekend. So weekend afternoons look great. The mornings will be a little chilly, but the afternoon looks great. We'll see a few clouds. That's about it. Like I said, if you're going to do anything Saturday night, maybe Sunday night, look for temperatures to be falling back generally into the 50s. So it's going to be a little bit cool in the evenings, but the afternoons look great. Keep those sunglasses good to go. Have that sunblock ready to go as well. And then Monday, we'll start to see temperatures up a little bit more, 74 to maybe 75 on Wednesday. Morning lows instead of the 40s, we'll be back into the 50s. So not quite as cool, but still lightweight jacket might be a good idea. And then we have rain chances come into play. We have a weak weather system moving through, looks like Tuesday late, going to early Wednesday, and that could kick off about a 20% chance of a couple of showers popping up here and there. So we'll look for that. These numbers might change a little bit as far as the rain percentages might go up a little bit as we get a little bit closer to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But right now, since it's 6-7 days out, we'll keep it at about 20% there. And looks pretty good over the next 7 days. Like I said, a lot of 70s out there. As we take a look at a phone number down at the bottom of your screen, see if we can put that up there. And you can see 409-749-9302. I haven't mentioned this lately, but we have a cell phone that you can text us questions if you have any questions to us here at 12 News, weather questions, and we'll try to answer those. We check the phone from time to time looking for those questions, and we'll get back to you as quick as we can. Do not try to call the phone. We don't answer it, but you definitely can text us a question if you have any, and we'll try to get back to you with this weather pattern. Not a whole lot of questions out there. This looks like a pretty good weather pattern for the next several days. Tonight at 6:30, Carrie Cooper will be here and do another weather stream, 6:30 to about 6